Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing our Ringleader, but this is not the Ringleader from previous episodes. We are starting over, this time back on Perandus hardcore. Now, playing softcore, it's okay, but in the end, no, I do miss the thrill and the excitement of hardcore. So we're gonna rebuild this character from scratch. So in order to do that, the Ringleader, it's a gear dependent build because I'm gonna play it with a Facebreakers starting at level 16. From level 16 we drop our weapon, we pick up our gloves and we just punch people till they drop. Until then a weapon is a pretty good way to go. So for the end game still got the Bringer of Rain of course, and I dug through my stash tab of low level uniques and I found a Colton Halt which will also equip at level 16. It's got a very good block chance, it has some cold damage reflection and it really just solidifies our cold damage resistance. So this is a very nice early game shield to use if you manage to find it. Also lined up a couple of potions and a bismuth flask for when we face Merveil. And I just went through my stash tabs to see if I could find some gems that would be useful for the build later on. So some melee splash of course for our infernal blow, later on for dominating blow. We got some melee physical that will attach later on. Fortify, I would have wanted it, but it's going to be a quest reward and after that we can buy it, so that's going to be okay. That's going to be Act 3 in the library where we will also pick up dominating blow, which is going to be the key skill in the build. Until then we are using infernal blow. It's a skill that actually works while unarmed. That's one of the main reasons I am picking it, because at level 16 we can continue using infernal blow, and infernal blow with melee splash is actually a lot of fun. It makes some splashes. Then later on we got some cast damage taken for Tempest Shield. Faster attacks which is going to be combined with shield charge at level 10. Reckoning life gain on hit, it's just a very nice safety mechanism. Enduring Cry for getting some endurance charges. Flame Dash, a teleporting move. Of course we pick up the shield charge, which is going to be our primary movement skill while we are in fights. But every once in a while you need to scale heights, jump across bridges, things like that. Flame Dash is just excellent for that. Herald of Ash is going to be our offensive aura, at least while we are leveling. We will pick up Determination, I believe in the library as well. Actually, I think it's after the crematorium, so it's going to be Act 3. So Determination is going to be our defensive aura, and that should be enough for now. So this is currently a level 3 character. I took the liberty of fighting my way towards the coast waypoint and entering the mudflats for a little bit. And then decided like, yeah, I should really switch into some leveling gear. Again, this is just a combination of a rare sword, a rare shield, some blues. I looked for some boots with movement speed on them, blue belt, a random low level rare that had a bunch of life on it. That's going to be pretty useful for just early on. Some life regeneration and just some life rings and level 3 flasks. So this way I'm relatively sturdy. Tooltip DPS about 35, Infernal Blow is 47. So this is going to be reasonably okay to just level through. That way we can focus mostly on just progressing, slightly less on upgrading our gear every time we gain a level. So these guys are rather annoying because they don't actually want to explode. And there's a lot of them and my AoE is not there yet. Well, early on the Perandus chests are actually pretty darn difficult. But of course the reward is also very nice in terms of just early game drops. So I got my loot filter set to show low level items until I think level 8 or so. That's usually when a new character has a decent set of equipment after that. There will be less visual noise. Of course, this being a slightly twinked character, I don't really need that. So 1 stab, 1 kill. It's a pretty decent way to run it. So we have one of these things. This is the second one of these things. So the plan is to basically just go through the game at a pretty rapid speed. I'm probably gonna skip some of the more boring bits and just focus on at least showing all the major boss battles and the most interesting quests while playing, but no, doing the trials for the umpteenth time. I don't think that's gonna be all that glamorous, so I might skip some of those. But that way, at least, while watching, you will have a pretty good idea of how the character progresses in terms of power. Well, keeping in mind, of course, that this is a slightly twinked character. Then again, this is a Facebreakers build. You usually don't find Facebreakers by killing Hillock on your very first playthrough in a new league. So if you're gonna play a Facebreakers build, you will be established and you will have play through the game at least with another character, and you will have some reserves to call upon. And to just outfit yourselves. Okay, let's have a look-see up here. Nope. Oh look, it's more Perandus servants. Really feels like there's a lot this early in the game. So you Thunder Wolves. Let's take you out. Thunder hurts quite a bit actually this early. Well, this is a good way to test your tank. If you're playing a brand new character, then yeah, Perandus minions hurt a lot. It's been a while actually since I went through with a brand new character. There's a small thing there. Yeah, that's where we have to go. Let's move on. So, subverted passage. And we are at level 4. That usually means some skill rewards. Let's have a check. Ancestral Protector, Decoy Totem, Puncture, and Vigilant Strike. Let's pick up the Protector. We actually have quite a bunch of empty skill slots this early, so we might as well bring the Protector along. Let's see what we can get for it. Also, life range this early. Okay. Put it in the sorting bin. Let's see, is there anything useful? Yeah, Reckoning. We can equip that as well. So we will have a defensive counter-strike. Also, if we put that one there, we just keep that one there, then it will automatically keep itself closed. And then it is time to actually...
Can I help?
I think we can add some fire damage, or... No, wait, that's the next stop. That's when we enter the prison. So let's move on. We can just put a totem down. That's gonna help us do some damage. Hello there, Perandus mobs. How are you doing today?
Couldn't ask for a better training ground than Rake last.
More skill points means more life. And incidentally evasion, but due to the unique helmet I'm using I can't actually evade in exchange for a bunch of life, armor and damage. Level 8 is going to be important for the melee splash that we'll pick up. So I'm making a couple of adjustments to the build based on just my previous experience playing this all the way up till the end of Cruel. And okay, we'll just be exiting this straight away. So we're gonna go for leech a bit earlier and just all around focus a bit more on just getting our life established. Slightly earlier, it's just slightly more defensive rather than rushing for the minion duration. Because well, minion duration is nice, but most of the time it's a luxury. Having a lot of minions around, it will happen anyway. And whether they run around for 20 seconds or for 30 seconds, it's not that big a difference. It's very nice to have them around for longer, but it's not as essential as going for the Cyan Life Wheel earlier, for example. So that's a slightly different trade-off I'm gonna make in terms of skilling. But for the rest, it's gonna be roughly the same. And of course, because it's a fresh playthrough all the way from beginning to end, you actually get to see how the character starts and how I deal with all the different stages of the game. Right now, Perandus mobs actually hurt a lot. I think one of the reasons for that, of course, is also that they deal elemental damage way before other monsters start dealing proper elemental damage. I mean, most enemies, they just deal physical damage and not even a lot, and suddenly you face these rather tough monsters that deal all kinds of elemental damage. You don't have any resistances against it yet, and you don't really have your skills yet, and they are actually using skills. So yeah, they are tough, and there's really no shame in skipping them early on if you are, just if you don't feel comfortable facing them just yet, or if you're just not equipped to face them. Because when I was running around with my character before I hit level 3, I was actually running around with just almost no gear on. And if you just have your starting sword and just some white items that you just randomly clicked on, you're really not gonna kill a lot of those Perandus mobs. You will need at least a bunch of decent blues. Just to increase your life pool, maybe some of your resistances, maybe some armor. Just get your defenses up before you tackle them. They are that tricky to deal with. But once you got some equipment, they are a nice source of coins, and they drop the odd currency and rare items. All in all, it's pretty good for your progress. And of course, because they actually start turning into packs of blues, they actually deal decent damage already. Or they give you decent XP, is what I meant to say. And there is the waypoint. Oh, level 6, this is level 6, so I'm actually pretty well on schedule here. This is one of the changes between from the Talisman League, the previous one, to the Perandus League, is that the early game actually got quite a bit harder due to the Perandus spawns. They add a very interesting challenge, but it does make it a bit harder, a bit more slow going. Master of the Arena, bunch of life regen that we got, 10 points of life regen. That's very good for early game safety. Level 7 now, right? Yeah. One more level till melee splash. on, die, you goats. Yes. Also, I think we can use large mana flasks now. Oh yeah. Excellent. This build definitely likes its mana. Well, as most builds do. But I don't think there's a lot of builds that are already mana stable from the get-go. Some reckonings that are triggering as well, which is good. I've got about a 25% chance to block, so no, some reckoning triggering is good, it's expected. Okay, what do you have? Dangerous Damning. Enemies can have one additional curse for 56 coins. That's a no-brainer. That's actually completely a no-brainer. Being able to multi-curse that affordably. Oh yeah. Also, let's just ID the rares and turn them into alchemy orbs. Yeah, just keep the old mana flask. And we needed 56 of these. So I'll put those to the side. This goes into the sorting bin. And then we go back to the ledge and grab ourselves a Dangerous Damning.
Allow me to turn your coins into something useful.
Extra mana, intelligence, resistances, mana per kill, and enemies can have an additional curse. It's very nice, and it's already you can play with it. It's a very good multi-curse enabler if you don't want to route around it in the route to it in the skill tree. Something like a duelist who's very, very far away from the multi-cursing part of the witch tree. Dangerous Damning is pretty nice. You could do something like a Reckoning, curse on hit, and then attach 2 curses with a Dangerous Damning. That's already a potential dual curse setup. Or just manually cast multiple curses, that's also possible of course, but I don't think there's a lot of people who like manually casting curses in this game. Okay. Time to move out. To the climb. That was a dead end. Tricksy dead end. It tricked me into going there, wasting my Quicksilver flask. Need more kills to get more flask charges, but we got a waypoint early on. Nice. Very convenient. Okay. And that is level 8. Which actually would be a level to go back to town. Okay, let's grab the life first. On the other hand, now that we are here, we might as well just run through, enter the prison, and use the prison waypoint to get back. Okay. So I think this first episode we're gonna run to the warden. That's probably gonna be the epic conclusion of this first video. The next episode we are gonna head towards Merveil, finish her off. Just do Act 1 in 2 episodes. And I'll grab all the side questies. So the big crustacean back in the cave, I'll deal with him. Funny deal. I'll rather have some chaos orbs or something. Thank you very much. And then see if we can do Act 2 similarly fast in like 2 or 3 episodes. Just really keep things going. Because now this is a twink build, I don't have to establish a full economy for this character, so to say. I can just go. Especially because we're already halfway through the season. We're just gonna take this nice and quick, so we'll be hopefully in Merciless as soon as possible. I think so far my fastest clearing of normal difficulty has been in 20 or 21 episodes. So I wonder if we can do it slightly faster this time. Okay. Back to town for some assistance.
I can live with that.
Okay, we don't have anything to sell, which is good. Let's see, added fire, melee splash. Oh yeah, added fire. That actually is a pretty nice stand-in. I need a tree link. I don't have tree links. Do I have some in my stash? We can equip this rather than that. Interesting trade-off. Yeah. No, you know what? We're just gonna push ahead with what we got. It's also safeguard the unique. Boom. Okay. Put this one back. Okay. Onwards to the Warden. So mana usage went up a little bit. Hakuna Matata, we're gonna skip you. Inferno Blow. You're so much better with melee splash. Relatively to being this early in the game, it's quite a mana hog, but then again, most skills are. But you get so much bang for your mana buck. If a mana buck is even a thing. I'm just proclaiming that mana bucks are a thing now. It's a way to describe how expensive spells are to cast. Mana bucks. Might be a thing. Another large flask, that's good. And ooh. Perandus. Horde. People. Things. Now we can deal with them with splash damage. Life is so much better when there's splash damage. Also, why are you guys hurting so much? You and you. And, well, we found a trial. If we find the trial, we do it. Otherwise, I'll do them on my own time. Run ahead, run ahead. Ow. That hurt. That's gonna hurt as well. No damage like that. It can be tanked. Having some flasks is a good thing. Oh yeah, this was the just spiky every other time. Yeah, miscalculated that one. On the other hand, doesn't matter. Boom, boom. And the last one. Okay.
Belief is
That's the first.
strongest metal of them all.
Okay, let's look for the Warden. Of course, that has to be it in it. Excellent. Next area. I think by the time we finish normal difficulty, we'll have a pretty solid build together for this. In between episodes, of course, I will upgrade my gear, straighten out sockets, things like that. Of course, I went the wrong way. Hey there, Soulbones. Let's take some of your minions out first. So let's get out of that chaos there with the desecration. Okay. It's actually a lot of damage that's stacking there. It's all elemental damage. That's this early. It can add up quite a bit. Luckily, it's not the end of the world. We can deal with it. Just have to apply some tactical repositioning. Hello there, Perandus scum. How are you today? Ah, they're all devoted. Isn't that lovely? So I'm doing a not so very smart thing of only standing near to the meleers and letting the ranged guys just pummel at me. I got AoE splash. I should actually run up to the ranged casters and let the meleers just follow me and get taken in by the splash damage. That's the smart way to play that battle. Let's do this. It ignites me when activated. On the other hand, lots of enemies.
Ha! My fans in Oriath will barely recognize me.
Nice, nice, nice. Yo. Okay. Least splash gain the level, I gain the level. A bit more life. Then we get Art of the Gladiator. Then we got movement, movement speed bonus, and then we drop down to get some more blocking. But now investing in this early life and just freedom of movement, it's gonna be useful for our upcoming fight with the Warden. Because having a bit more life there as a buffer, it's nice to have. You never actually fight the Warden thinking like, yeah, I really had too much life in this fight. No, early on he packs a punch. That's just the simple matter of it. So satisfying to explode entire rooms. Hope I'm walking the right way here. Oh, Superior Pine Buckler. Oh, I get an early present here. What are you? Crest of Perandus. I need more dex for it, but life regen is very sweet. Extra life on it, lightning resists, life leech this early is pretty nice, block chance. This is better than the Colton Halt, but I need more dex. Got 23, need 26. But Art of the Gladiator is gonna fix that for us. Everything is lining up perfectly. So of course we'll get the exit to the warden before we level, so we will not be able to use the shields. Because, well, that's often how my luck goes with this. Oi, stop enfeebling me. Dang it. Okay, let's deal with these guys. Extra life. Well, that also means extra big explosion. Once they actually do die. I mean, they explode for 10% of their maximum life, so more life means more explosion. Also, by just focusing on getting some life rings early on and a life regeneration amulet and the master of the arena, you do get a decent life regen up, which will help you
Exile here. A shame the warden won't leave any
this early. The shield helps you block regular attacks. I'm already trying to establish the defensive principles of the build, even though the build is not complete. I'm actually using a sword rather than our bare hands. Yeah, but they're just portals, I'm not gonna run back for them. Okay. Yeah, warden. Where are you? And there you are. Yeah. Put the totem down. Resummon the totem, because totem is more attack speed. Does increase your mana usage, but well, mana is there to be used, of course. So just, with the exception of those really nasty ground slams of his, the spikes coming out of the floor don't really do all that much damage. They might look scary, but in terms of actual damage inflicted, they're not. But oh, that extra damage that he was doing in the end, the big ground slams, I'm happy I invested in more life. Because it got a little dicey. So almost high enough level for the new shield. Let's see, Tarkley is gonna give us a reward. And Blink Arrow, Leap Slam, Whirling Blades and Rallying Cry. Well, might as well pick up a Rallying Cry this early. It's not gonna be a permanent part of the build. But no, for this early on, the extra mana from it is pretty useful. Already ID'd that one. So rare armor. This on paper it looks better than what we got. Some cold resist on it, some more armor. We keep this rather than that one. So excellent. Some skills in here. I'll fix that later on. So Nessa, hello there. You have movement skills, specifically shield charge. So she doesn't offer it as a quest reward, but you wanna grab it anyway. So we now have a attack. We have a regular attack because it doesn't cost mana. We've got Infernal Blow and we got the shield charge. I'm gonna put this one here. Put the Infernal Blow there. And then we are complete for now. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching and hope you'll join me again next time as we head towards Merveil and finish up Act 1. Bye bye.